Hi, hello, welcome to Homeschool. In this session, we are going to discuss about what is a quadrilateral and what are all the types of quadrilaterals and their properties. What is a quadrilateral? Quadrilateral name itself, we can split it as quadrilateral. Quadri means 4. Lateral, sides. 4 sides. A quadrilateral is a 4-sided closed figure. It is closed with line segments. How many line segments? 4 line segments. A quadrilateral is a 4-sided closed figure with a line segments. You can see here A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. AB, BC, CD, DA are the 4 sides or 4 line segments. It is a closed figure and it is a plane. We get a quadrilateral. Whereas ABCD is a plane and it is a closed figure. It is a closed figure, or you can say it is a closed polygon. Now, what are all the things we need to understand in this quadrilateral? What does it have? It has 4 sides. A quadrilateral, it has 4 sides. What are the 4 sides identified? AB, BC, CD and DA. AB, BC, CD and DA. These are all sides. Then coming to vertices. How many vertices will it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 vertices in the given quadrilateral. It means ABCD. It has 4 vertices. That is vertex A, vertex B, vertex C and vertex D. 4 sides, 4 vertices completed. Then what we are going to talk? We are going to talk about angles. How many angles it have? Angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. Or in other words, we can say this as angle DAB, angle ABC, angle BCD and angle CDA. When I talk about a particular angle, make sure that that letter should be in the middle of the angle. Right here, it has 4 angles. Namely, what are those? Angle DAB. Observe that carefully, children. Angle DAB means which angle? This angle. Okay? Comma. Angle ABC. Comma. Angle BCD. Angle CDA. It has 4 sides, 4 vertices and 4 angles. Still, what more it have? It have 2 diagonals. Where are the diagonals? We did not draw. Let us draw diagonals. What is a diagonal? How can we draw? A diagonal is drawn to a non-consecutive vertex. From one vertex to the non-consecutive vertex, if we join a line, we get a diagonal. Look here. Suppose if I start from A, non-consecutive is C. Let us join C. AC is one diagonal and BD is one diagonal. There are 2 diagonals. It has 2 diagonals. They are AC and BD. Diagonal AC and diagonal BD. And This quadrilateral have 4 pairs of adjacent sides. What are those? 4 pairs of adjacent sides. What are those pairs here, children? What are adjacent sides here? AB is adjacent to AD. Is AB adjacent to DC? No. AB and AD have a common vertex. So, first pair, let me write it as AB and AD. AB and AD. And the next pair, AB, BC. First pair we have taken AB and AD. Next pair, AB is adjacent to BC. AB and BC. And the third pair, BC, CD. BC and CD. And the fourth pair, CD and DA. CD and DA. Right? And 2 pairs of opposite sides it have. How many? 2 pairs of opposite sides a quadrilateral have. What are those, children? AB. AB is opposite to DC. BC. BC is opposite to AD. So, 2 pairs, what are those? AB and DC, comma, BC and AD. BC and AD. AB and DC, BC and AD are the 2 pairs of opposite sides a quadrilateral has. And still what we need to learn in a quadrilateral? The sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. Let us write that point. Sum of interior angles in quadrilateral ABCD. Any quadrilateral, children, is 360 degree. How we get this 360? Do you remember? In polygons we have seen one formula, that is n minus 2 into 180 degree. N indicates the number of sides. N, how do you get? N minus 2 into 180. You can remember this one. How do we get the interior angle sum? How many sides a quadrilateral have? 4 sides. N value is 4. 4 minus 2 into 180 degree. 4 minus 2 will be 2. 2 into 180. It will be 360 degree. Sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is equal to 360 degrees. Next point. In a quadrilateral, if all angles are less than 180 degree, is called a convex quadrilateral. What is that quadrilateral? It is called as a convex quadrilateral. In a quadrilateral, if all angles are less than 180, means this angle may be less than 180, less than 180, less than, or less than 180 degree, then we call this quadrilateral as a convex quadrilateral. Suppose if any one angle is more than 180, read the statement. In a quadrilateral, if any one angle is more than 180 degree, is called a concave quadrilateral. Suppose if any one angle is more than 180, then we call this quadrilateral as a concave quadrilateral. Let's have a recap of this. Quadrilateral, it is one of the polygon. It is a closed figure with the line segments. How many line segments it have? 4 line segments. Quadri, 4. Lateral sides, it has 4 sides. A quadrilateral is a 4-sided closed figure. We have taken one figure and we found out everything what we need to understand here. So what are all it contains? A quadrilateral has 4 sides. What are those? AB, BC, CD, DA. A quadrilateral have 4 angles. Angle DAB, angle ABC, angle BCD, and angle CDA. A quadrilateral have 4 vertices A, B, C, D, and it have 4 pairs of adjacent sides. That means AB, AD, AB, BC, BC, CD, CD, DA. 4 pairs of adjacent sides, and it has 2 pairs of opposite sides. What are those? AB, DC, and BC, AD. It has 2 diagonals, AC and BD. The sum of the interior angles of this quadrilateral is equal to 360 degree. How we are going to get, children? N minus 2 into 180 degree give you the sum of the interior angles. Next, suppose if all the angles of this quadrilateral are less than 180 degree, then we call this quadrilateral as a convex quadrilateral. If any one angle is more than 180 degree, then we call this quadrilateral as a concave quadrilateral. Let's see about the kinds of quadrilaterals, or we can say types of quadrilaterals. Based on the nature of the sides or angles of a quadrilateral, it gets special names. How it is getting its special name? Based on the sides or angles, it is classified into some special name. Let us see first type of a quadrilateral, that is trapezium. Trapezium is also called as trapezoid. Trapezium. A trapezium is a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel. You can see a trapezium here. A, B, C, D is a trapezium. Arrow mark indicates these 2 lines are parallel. A quadrilateral trapezium is also a quadrilateral where one pair of sides are parallel. Which sides are parallel? AB is parallel to DC. What is parallel, children? The 2 line segments distance is same, and if it is extended, they never meet. Whereas in non-parallel sides, if extended, they may meet at some position. Okay, these 2 lines try to extend, they never meet. Therefore, a trapezium have one pair of parallel sides, that is AB is parallel to DC. And one more point you need to remember, whereas the other pair of opposite sides are non-parallel. One pair of sides are parallel and other pair of opposite sides are non-parallel. Means they may meet at some point. What are the non-parallel sides here? AD and BC are non-parallel. AB parallel to BC. We can write it as AB parallel to DC. AD and BC are non-parallel. AD and BC are non-parallel sides. Next point, the sum of the interior angles of a quadrilateral is how much? 360 degrees. Similarly, this trapezium is also a quadrilateral. The sum of the interior angles is equal to 360 degree. That is, angle A plus angle B plus angle C plus angle D is equal to 360 degree. Next point, the sum of co-interior angles is 180 degrees. What do you mean by co-interior angles? Look here, these are all interior angles. Co-interior angles means I can say angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D. But now I am talking about the co-interior angles, the angles so created by a non-parallel sides. The angles which are formed by a non-parallel sides. Which are non-parallel sides? AD, BC. These 2 are the co-interior angles. Angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees. And angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Same manner, children, trapezium also have a 4 sides, 4 vertices, 4 angles. And here one pair of parallel sides, one pair of non-parallel sides. And co-interior angle sum is 180. Sum of interior angles of full trapezium is equal to 360 degree. And you can draw the diagonals. A trapezium is also having two diagonals. BD and AC are the two diagonals in this trapezium. Right? Suppose one condition you need to understand. This trapezium, we call it as a isosceles trapezium. When we are going to call it as isosceles trapezium, suppose non-parallel sides length is equal. Which are non-parallel sides here? AD and BC. If the non-parallel sides of a trapezium length is equal, we call that trapezium as an isosceles trapezium. That means AD is equal to BC. If it is there, then we call it as a isosceles trapezium. And isosceles trapezium, some extra points we need to remember. So once again, let's have a recap of this trapezium. Based on the nature of the sides or angles of a quadrilateral, this classification is done. This classification of quadrilaterals is done. And first quadrilateral we are going to learn is trapezium. What is a trapezium? Trapezium is also a quadrilateral in which one pair of sides are parallel and one pair of sides are non-parallel. Whereas parallel sides indicates an arrow mark, that makes AB is parallel to CD and AD is non-parallel to BC. And the co-interior angle sum is equal to 180 degree. Co-interior angles, how we are taking here? The angles formed by the non-parallel sides. Angle A plus angle D 180, angle B plus angle C 180 degrees. And the sum of the interior angles of a trapezium is equal to 360 degrees. Normal trapezium, we can call it as a scalene trapezium also. When we call scalene trapezium, if the diagonals are not equal. Now coming to isosceles trapezium, when we call it as isosceles trapezium, the non-parallel sides length are equal. Then we call that trapezium as a isosceles trapezium. See the definition? If the non-parallel sides of a trapezium, non-parallel sides are these two, right? AD and BC. If non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal is called an isosceles trapezium. ABCD is a trapezium where one pair of opposite sides are parallel and one pair of opposite sides are non-parallel. We know this condition. AB is parallel to DC and AD is not parallel to BC. In isosceles, AD is equal to BC. Non-parallel sides length is equal, but they are not parallel. Only length is equal. Suppose you imagine this 4 centimeter, then this also will be 4 centimeters. Length of those opposite sides will be equal. Now remember some points. AB and DC are parallel and you may write it as AB parallel to DC. AD and BC are not parallel. AD is equal to BC. Means length equal, no? So you can write AD is equal to BC. The next one. Angle A is equal to angle B. In isosceles trapezium, the parallel sides angles will be equal. That means consecutive angles in parallel sides will be equal. Angle A is equal to angle B. Angle C is equal to angle D. Angle A is equal to angle B and angle C is equal to angle D. And what we have seen in the trapezium, the consecutive angle sum created by non-parallel sides is equal to 180 degree. Same point is applicable for isosceles trapezium also. That is consecutive angles of a non-parallel side. Angle A plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. Angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. And one more point we need to remember in this is sum of opposite angles is supplementary. That means angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degree and angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. and where the diagonals are equal. What are the diagonals here? AC and BD are the two diagonals. In isosceles trapezium, sometimes the diagonals may be equal and sometimes it may not be equal. So for this figure, the two diagonals are equal. Diagonal AC is equal to diagonal BD. So once again, let's have a recap here. What is an isosceles trapezium? One pair of sides are parallel and non-parallel sides length is equal. If the non-parallel sides of a trapezium are equal, then we call it as an isosceles trapezium. Non-parallel sides length means one pair will be parallel, we know, and the non-parallel sides length is equal. AB parallel to DC and AD is not parallel to BC. AC and BD are the diagonals. Diagonals are equal. AD is equal to BC. The consecutive angles are equal. What are the consecutive angles made by a parallel side? Angle A equal to angle B. Angle D equal to angle C. And sum of the consecutive angles made by the non-parallel sides. Angle A plus angle D 180 degrees. Angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degrees. And one more point you need to remember. Opposite angle sum in isosceles trapezium is equal to 180 degrees. Angle A plus angle C 180. Angle B plus angle D is equal to 180 degrees. Next, quadrilateral. We are going to consider a kite. Kite is a special type of a quadrilateral. You can see kite flying, right? How it will be? It is also having 4 line segments and it is also a closed figure. Then we call it as a quadrilateral. Then what is the difference between other quadrilaterals and this quadrilateral? Look here carefully. Kite, adjacent sides are equal. Which adjacent sides? Only 2 pairs of adjacent sides are equal. That is, top these 2 sides are small and bottom these 2 sides are long. Have you observed, children? These 2 sides will be equal and these 2 sides will be equal. In a kite, the adjacent sides are equal. How many pair of adjacent sides? 2 pairs of adjacent sides are equal. That is, AD equal to AB and DC is equal to BC. Same as other quadrilaterals, it has 4 sides, 4 vertices, 4 angles, 2 diagonals. So what are the properties we need to remember here? 2 pair of adjacent sides are equal. AB equal to AD and BC equal to CD. Diagonals are perpendicular. Diagonals are perpendicular. Where are the diagonals? AC and DB. So, AC is perpendicular to DB or DB is perpendicular to AC. And it has a special property that is there only for kite. What is that property? When diagonals are perpendicular, it is bisecting only one diagonal. And other diagonal is not equal. Bisecting means diagonal, only one of the diagonal is bisected. Bisects one of the diagonal equally. That means DO is equal to OB. Only one diagonal is bisected. Then whereas other diagonal is not bisected. And the 2 diagonals are perpendicular. What are the 2 diagonals perpendicular? AC perpendicular to BD and DO is equal to BO. This is one of the special property. It has only for kite. These 2 lengths will be equal. Okay. What is a kite, children? It is a special kind of a quadrilateral where 2 pairs of adjacent sides are equal and it has 2 diagonals. Diagonals are perpendicular to one another and one of the diagonal is bisected. Next, an important quadrilateral, parallelogram. What is a parallelogram? A parallelogram is a quadrilateral in which both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel. See here, you can see a parallelogram. ABCD, it is a closed figure with 4 line segments and it is also a quadrilateral. It has 2 pairs of parallel sides. That is AB is parallel to DC and BC is parallel to AD. Let us write that when opposite sides are parallel. Opposite sides are parallel. That is AB parallel to DC and BC parallel to AD. Two pairs of opposite sides are parallel in a parallelogram. Next one, opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides, they are parallel and their length is also equal. That means AB is equal to DC and BC is equal to AD. AB equal to DC and BC equal to AD. Next point, opposite angles are equal. What are the opposite angles? Angle A opposite to angle C. Angle B opposite to angle D. That means angle A is equal to angle C and angle B is equal to angle D. Once again I repeat, opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are equal and opposite angles are equal. Next point, adjacent angles are supplementary. Which adjacent angles? Every adjacent pair you can say. So you can see the adjacent angles here. That is angle A plus angle B equal to 180 degrees. Angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. Angle C plus angle D is equal to 180 degree. And angle D plus angle A is equal to 180 degrees. Adjacent angles. For angle A, adjacent angle is angle B will come one pair and another pair angle A adjacent to angle D. So sum of these adjacent angles is supplementary, means equal to 180 degrees. Last point, diagonals bisect each other. What are the two diagonals identified? AC and BD are the two diagonals and these two diagonals are going to intersect at a point O. These diagonals bisect each other. What do they do? Bisect each other. Bisect each other means AO is equal to OC and DO is equal to BO. That means you can write it as AO is equal to OC. That means half of AC. The two diagonals are bisected. When they bisect, AO is equal to OC. That means half of AC. And BO is equal to OD. That is half of BD. Half of BD. So once again, let's have a recap of this parallelogram. In this quadrilateral chapter, we are going to know more about parallelograms only. Next chapter is also dealing with the parallelograms. So understand carefully, a parallelogram is also a quadrilateral having 4 sides, 4 angles, 4 vertices, all same. And a parallelogram, the opposite pair of sides are parallel and they are equal. AB is parallel to DC, BC parallel to AD. First point, opposite sides are parallel. Second point, opposite sides are equal. AB equal to DC. Equal means length is equal. AB is equal to DC and BC equal to AD. And your third point, opposite angles are equal. Angle A equal to angle C, angle B equal to angle D. Fourth point, adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angles are supplementary means angle A plus angle B 180, angle B plus angle C 180, angle C plus angle D equal to 180, angle D plus angle A is equal to 180 degrees. And your last point, diagonals bisect each other. When diagonals bisect each other, these two diagonals are going to intersect at a point O. When they bisect, AO equal to OC and BO equal to OD. Let's say about some special parallelograms. In that first one we are going to discuss is rhombus. Rhombus. A rhombus is a quadrilateral. It also has 4 sides. Then what is the difference here? It is a quadrilateral in which all sides are equal. All sides are equal. Immediately we remember square. But what is the difference? Let us see here. A rhombus is a quadrilateral in which all sides are equal. Look here, A, B, C, D is a rhombus. All sides are equal. That is, AB is equal to BC is equal to CD and equal to DA. All sides are equal, right? When all sides are equal, you may call that quadrilateral as a rhombus. Diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees. What are the diagonals? AC and BD are the diagonals. Diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees means the two diagonals are perpendicular and they are bisecting. When they are bisecting, understand here children carefully, when diagonals bisect, in this diagonal AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD. But AC is not equal to BD and the two diagonals are not equal. When I talk about a bisector, these two, length of these two is equal. Length is equal. When this diagonal is bisected, then this length is equal to this length and this length is equal to this length. But I am not saying that the two diagonals are equal. Understand the point between bisecting and diagonals equal. Diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees. That means AC is perpendicular to BD. AC is perpendicular to BD or BD is perpendicular to AC. And one more thing, they are bisecting side. So you may write it as AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD. AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD. Never write that AC is equal to BD. Diagonals are bisected and these diagonals are intersecting at a point O. AO is equal to OC and BO is equal to OD. A parallelogram with any pair of adjacent sides equal is a rhombus. A parallelogram is said to be rhombus. When we can say it as a parallelogram? When adjacent sides are equal, then that parallelogram we call it as a rhombus. Any parallelogram with any adjacent pair of sides are equal, then we call it as a rhombus. Next point. In rhombus, diagonals bisect the angles at vertex. How many vertices you have? 4 vertices. In rhombus, diagonals AC, BD. Diagonals bisect at the vertex. Suppose angle D is 60 degrees. In rhombus, diagonals bisect. How they are going to bisect, you know? This is divided into 30 degree, 30 degree. The diagonal exactly bisects the angle. Okay, this angle is 30 and this angle is 30. Angle is bisected. Next point. In rhombus, opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal means all sides are equal, and you can use this point also. Opposite sides are also equal. AB equal to DC, BC equal to AD. And adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angle supplementary means angle A plus angle B 180. Angle B plus angle C 180. Angle C plus angle D 180. Angle D plus angle A 180 degrees. So let's have a recap of all the properties of rhombus. What is a rhombus? It is also a quadrilateral in which all sides are equal. AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA. Diagonals bisect each other at 90 degree. They are perpendicular. You can say AC perpendicular to BD or BD perpendicular to AC. when they are bisecting AO equal to OC and BO equal to OD. A parallelogram with any pair of adjacent sides equal, then we call that parallelogram as rhombus. And opposite sides are equal in a rhombus. Adjacent sides are equal, opposite sides are equal, and all sides are equal in a rhombus. The adjacent angle sum is 180 degrees. Angle A plus angle B 180, angle B plus angle C 180, angle C plus angle D 180, angle D plus angle A will be 180 degrees. Next, one more some special parallelograms we are going to deal with, rectangle. Rectangle is well known for us, right? A rectangle is also a quadrilateral where every angle is 90 degrees. A rectangle is a quadrilateral in which every angle is 90 degree. 90 degree means it is right angle. All the angles are right angle. Look here, angle A 90, angle B 90, angle C 90, angle D 90. When we call a quadrilateral as a rectangle, when all the angles are 90 degrees and their opposite sides are equal. A rectangle is a quadrilateral in which every angle is 90 degree and opposite sides are equal. So if all angles are equal, I can write it as angle A equal to, angle B equal to, angle C equal to, angle D equal to 90 degrees. We call a quadrilateral as a rectangle when all angles are 90 degree and their opposite sides are equal. So now all angles are 90 means right angle. Angle A equal to, angle B equal to, angle C equal to, angle D equal to 90 degrees. All angles are perpendicular. And what is the condition for a rectangle? Opposite sides are equal. What are the opposite sides? AB opposite to DC and BC opposite to AD. Write down AB equal to DC and BC is equal to AD. Opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. They are parallel. That means AB is parallel to DC and BC is parallel to AD. Next one. Diagonals are equal. What is this condition, children? Till now we have seen only diagonals bisecting. But in this quadrilateral, we are saying that diagonals are equal. Diagonals are equal means, what are the diagonals? AC and BD are the two diagonals. Diagonals equal. AC is equal to BD. The length of the two diagonals equal. Diagonals bisect each other. When they bisect each other, they intersect at a point O. AO is equal to OC, that is half of AC, and BO is equal to OD, that is half of BD. So once again, let us recollect what are all the properties of a rectangle. Rectangle is also a quadrilateral. This comes under special type of parallelograms. A rectangle is a quadrilateral in which every angle is 90 degree and their opposite sides are equal. When every angle is 90 degree, angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C equal to angle D equal to 90 degree. And their opposite sides are equal. AB equal to DC and BC equal to AD. This symbols indicates that the two sides are equal. Right? I have written here. Then opposite sides are parallel. Opposite sides are parallel. AB parallel to DC and BC parallel to AD. Diagonals are equal. AC equal to BD. Diagonals bisect each other. AO equal to OC, that is half of AC, or BO equal to OD, that is half of BD. Square. This is a quadrilateral which satisfies all the properties of parallelogram, rectangle and rhombus. All the properties of all these three, this is satisfying. And what is the square? A square is a quadrilateral in which all sides are equal and all angles are 90 degree. A square is a quadrilateral in which all sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree. You can see the figure of a square. All sides are equal. A, B, C, D. All sides are equal and all angles are perpendicular. That means 90 degree. Look here, this symbol indicates 90. Angle A, angle B, angle C, angle D, 90 degree. All sides are equal. That means AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA. And all angles are equal to 90 degrees. Angle A equal to, angle B equal to, angle C equal to, angle D equal to 90 degrees. Okay. Diagonals are equal. As we have seen before, rectangle. So, the square satisfies rectangle properties also. Rectangle, rhombus, parallelogram. So, diagonals are equal. Where are the diagonals? BD and AC. Diagonal AC is equal to diagonal BD. You can write here, children, when we are writing diagonal, you can write diagonal AC is equal to diagonal BD. And last property, diagonals bisect each other at 90 degrees. That means diagonals are also perpendicular. AC perpendicular to BD. So, one thing you need to understand, it satisfies all the properties of rhombus. Then what is the difference between rhombus and a square? Rhombus, these angles are not perpendicular. All sides are equal in a rhombus, right? Diagonals are perpendicular, we said. Then what is the condition it does not satisfy rhombus? All angles are 90 degrees, it won't satisfy. Right? If the angles are 90 and all sides are equal, it is square. If all sides are equal, the angles are not 90, then we may say it as a rhombus. And a rectangle can become parallelogram. When it can become a parallelogram? When any one of the angle of a parallelogram is 90. Then the slanting position of a parallelogram, any one angle turns 90, then it becomes a rectangle. What all we have discussed today, children? Trapezium, isosceles trapezium, kite, parallelogram and special kinds of parallelograms, rectangle, rhombus and square. So please don't by heart anything. Try to understand each and every quadrilateral. Okay. With this, we are going to end our introduction part of these quadrilaterals. Thank you all. In our next session, we are going to meet with the next topic. Until that, keep watching. Thank you all.